Okay. When I see stories like this, it makes my mind, as I said in the first hour, explode in 1,000 fractals of understanding. It's like a shake and bake. It's like box-made brownies or biscuits. I mean, all you do is add milk. It's a prepackaged tropism. It's always done the same. How do we know different terror is staged? We look at it. It has all the same characteristics, the patsies, the people being protected, the setups, the giving them the passports, their boss being Pentagon run. And when I saw the bombing in Egypt over the weekend, I was pleased, let it be real Muslim terrorists. Please, please. That's much less scary in my gut than knowing the government's doing it. Please, 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 please. Please let 911 be the way they say it is. But it isn't. And it's always the same story. They were being protected. The police had folks evacuate. There was inside knowledge. Government intelligence was involved. It's always the same. They're going to use it as a crackdown measure. I mean, you think I'm happy that Anwar al-Awlaki, one of the top al-Qaeda people, is admittedly a Pentagon secret asset and running the attacks? I mean, I'm not concerned about a bunch of ragtag idiots running around in the desert. Ragtag idiots can't pull off 9/11, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't, okay? And it's the same thing. This top Pentagon aide to Bush, senior and junior and Reagan, involved in all sorts of very suspicious things. We've done research on him. In the White House, in the Pentagon, he's found in a trash can that was then dumped into a landfill. Now, in Fahmy Malik fame, the Arkansas medical examiner, they killed people. That is, someone in the government killed people. And then Fahmy Malik would declare it suicide when they'd been shot, arms and legs cut off. I mean, ridiculous stuff, okay? It'd be like saying I cut my own arms and legs off and then put myself in a trunk and threw it in the Atlantic Ocean. It's impossible. But a few days ago, we learned he's dead. Dead in a landfill. And now they want to imply that he was a bad guy, showing that he must have gotten some information out to the media or somebody, and now they want to discredit him. Now they want to discredit him ahead of that info coming out. Now, get ready for this. This has drugged up mind control written all over it. That's what it has written all over it. Or something similar. Because it's always the same MO. They always do stuff like this. Disoriented and wearing just one shoe. Bizarre last sighting of top White House aide found murdered and dumped in a landfill. Top Pentagon aide found dead at a landfill site was seen in confused state 48 hours before his death, wandering around the car park and wearing only one shoe. John Wheeler was disoriented and not wearing a coat despite the freezing temperature, according to the car park attendant in Wilmington, Delaware. Asked if he felt okay, the 66-year-old simply replied, no. The following day, he was also seen wandering around the town in the last sighting before his body was discovered, dumped into the landfill. Now, it gets even more insane. This is out today, the 5th of January, 2011. Here's the next one. Man found in landfill tied to arson attempt. John P. Wheeler III planted incendiary devices at neighbor's home in Delaware days before his disappearance. And this is from the Delaware police. Do you believe any of this? I mean, I hope they don't find yours truly dead in a landfill sometime and then claim I put bombs in my neighbor's house. Now he's a terrorist? You really believe this? Now he's Al-Qaeda. What do I go to Walmart and report him to Big Sis? Police found evidence linking John P. Parsons, Wheeler III, to devices planted at the Newcastle home of a neighbor with whom he had been feuding, said the source, who was close to the investigation. And then on top of it, he's running around drooling in the freezing temperature with one shoe. They got him, drugged him up, threw him back out of the car. And then somebody else said, just go ahead and kill that guy. The feud was over the size of the neighbor's house, which was under construction in the city's historic district. Yeah, I bet. I mean, who writes this stuff? Who makes this stuff up? Now it'll all be about him being an arsonist instead of who killed him and threw him in a stinking landfill. And now they're showing surveillance footage of him wandering around. The source emphasized that the evidence does not shed light on the murder itself, but has helped detectives understand Wheeler's state of mind before he disappeared. Yeah, sure. Boy, the detectives are just absolutely sure that he planted a bomb. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is fogging up, the whole discussion. Wheeler was found dead in a landfill on Friday, and the police are trying to retrace his movements between December 28th and then. That's good with the video, guys. Thanks. Continuing here, the case has drawn national attention. Newark police received roughly 70 media calls Tuesday because Wheeler, 66, lived such a distinguished public life. Oh, he was so distinguished until he wasn't wearing a shoe or a coat outside and was acting crazy. Guy running for his life probably is what happened. And boy, they got him. And to make sure everybody knows Mr. Wheeler's a bad man involved in all the key Pentagon operations. Why would he plant those bombs? Or maybe he was mind control the whole time and blew a gasket. You don't know. You don't know with these people. The sky is the limit. But it's got Black Ops written all over it. People are like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Where else does it go? Where else does it point? Running around like he's out of his mind, not wearing a shoe in freezing Arctic weather for days? Bombs at people's houses? Bush Aide found in a landfill? I remember having the D.C. madam on a few months before she was killed. And I told her, I said, if you know more stuff about the Johns that your women were seeing, top brass, White House, you name it, is reportedly what was in there, you better tell people right now. And she's like, no, I'm going to hold on to all of that. And then I called her landlord at the condo she owned, and she wasn't going to kill herself. She said she was being followed. She was going to hide the stuff with her mommy. And they hung her in the garage. And it didn't matter if I had audio tapes of her live on air saying she'd never kill herself. Old friends went on the news with no evidence and said that she said she was going to kill herself. Let me tell you something. I will never commit suicide. Never, 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 never. And anybody that pops up and says that I told him I was, that person's a stinking New World Order piece of trash. I want that on record right now. Okay? I love life. I've got total gusto for it. So much. I love life so much, I'm willing to put myself in the crosshairs for everybody, including my children, because people before me did it, so we'd have some basic dignity. I'm in love with life. I'm in love with creation. I'm in love with everything good. I know how to recognize what's wholesome. And this New World Order is the opposite of wholesome, and I don't like it.